Hi, I'm Tiwa from Wiser Biker. Now, as a cyclist, I've been always looking out for new and exciting gadgets to help capture my rides and to share with the community. And today, I'm very excited to share with you my review on the DJI Osmo Action 3, which we have tested for quite some time. So what is in the box for the DJI Osmo Action 3 Adventure Combo? DJI Osmo Action 3 camera itself, Osmo Action 3 1.5 meter extension rod kit, Osmo Action 3 multifunctional battery case with three 1770 mAh batteries, two magnetic quick release adapters, horizontal vertical protection frame, one adhesive base kit, one lens rubber ring, a Type-C to C cable, two locking screws. Here is the general specification of the DJI Osmo Action 3 camera. The dimension is 70.5 x 44.2 x 32.8 mm. It is just slightly smaller than the GoPro 11. The weight is 145 grams and is waterproof up to 60 meters without waterproof case.
There are three microphones located at the top, front and bottom.
The sensor of this camera is 1/1.7 inch CMOS. As for the lens, it's got a FOV of 155 degrees. For the aperture, it's f2.8. It comes in three different settings: the standard, wide, and ultra wide. And it got a focus range of 30 cm to infinity. The ISO range is 100 to 12,800. The SD card supported is micro SD up to 256 GB. There are three different recording settings that you can do, which is 4K, 2.7K, and 1080p. For 4K and 2.7K, you can record at 24, 25, 30, 48, 50, 60, 100, and 120 FPS. As for 1080p recording, you can record at 24, 25, 30, 48, 50, 60, 100, 120, 200, and 240 FPS. If you swipe it from left to right, you can see that you can actually record as slow-mo, hyperlapse, and time-lapse. However, for slow motion and time-lapse, EIS is not supported. The camera comes with stabilization modes, Rocksteady 3.0, Rocksteady Plus, Horizon Balancing, Horizon Steady, which is only available in 2.7K as well as 1080p of 60 FPS or below. Now first, let's talk about the design of the DJI Osmo Action 3. It is small and lightweight, so it is easy to be mounted onto the helmet as well as onto the bike. And you can see the design is actually very sleek and it's got a texture finish. So it's got a grip that you can hold on quite firmly with. And most importantly, it is also waterproof up to 16 meters. So we don't have to worry that it will get damaged by water even when we are riding in a heavy downpour. Now next is the video quality. When we talk about the video quality, I think the Osmo Action 3 is an absolute beast in terms of an action camera. It allows us to shoot at 4K at different frame rates, and usually when we do our outdoor rides, we will shoot it at 25 FPS or 50 FPS or 100 FPS. Usually our default setting will be at 4K 50 FPS. If the light condition is slightly lower, then we will shoot it at 25 FPS. And when we find a super scenic place, then we will shoot it at 100 FPS. And this is amazing because together with the Rocksteady 3.0 technology in this camera, it allows us to churn out really smooth and really stable footage. Now, so this is a really big upgrade from our old action camera, which is the GoPro Hero 8. Now, one of the biggest problems we faced before with the GoPro Hero 8 was the overheating of the camera. So we were unable to shoot at 4K because it heats up very fast. But now with this DJI Osmo Action 3, we can shoot it at 4K 100 FPS, and even for a prolonged period of time, it doesn't heat up. And that is so important for us, especially when we are staying in a very hot country like Singapore. And for this one, I have got no problem with this overheating, which I'm really happy with. That's all thanks to the battery of this camera. So it comes with a 1770 mAh battery. And with this single battery, it can last me for at least 2 hours of continuous filming on my rides. And that is really long. I don't have to worry about changing out the battery every 40 or 50 minutes now. And with a pack of 3 batteries that comes with this adventure pack, I can easily record a trip that is 6 to 7 hours long without worrying about my battery life. That means I can actually go for a RTI and shoot out the whole ride. Now, if that is not enough, this multi-function battery case allows fast charging. It can charge up this battery to 80% within 18 minutes, 1/8. And for full charge, it only takes 50 minutes. It can also serve as a power bank to charge other devices. I really love this. I think this is very useful. And now they have just raised the expectation for me for an action camera. So in the future, I really kind of expect that every action camera should come with something like this. Now, the horizontal vertical protective case can be quite handy as well. So for people who like to shoot at vertical mode, it's simply mount this case on and you can shoot on a vertical mode. It's extremely useful for IG Reels or TikTok content. So you can easily switch between the vertical mode and horizontal mode by using this case. Now, another thing that I love about this camera is that it has got a very user-friendly interface. Even for a person who is not very professional with cameras, it is very easy for me to navigate around it and to set the different settings. Now, another major part, a major convenience, a major big point about this camera is that it comes with a dual screen. Now, having 2 screens both on the front as well as the rear is actually very convenient. It makes my life so much easier when I'm doing vlogging or when I'm just shooting out all by myself. I can access from the front screen as well all the different functions. For example, when I find a place where it is super scenic, I can choose to shoot at 100 FPS. So I can choose the setting from the front screen here. Or when I come to a ride that I need to have more level images, I can choose the horizon balancing here straight away and back to the right. But the most important feature is that now I can know whether my face is in the frame without actually playing that guessing game. The DJI Osmo Action 3 comes with a removable lens cover, and I find that very useful for cyclists like us who do a lot of outdoor shooting, outdoor rides. Our camera is not immune to scratches and damages. But with this feature, we can easily replace, and it's a lot cheaper to replace, the lens cover. It also allows me to use ND filters. When we are doing outdoor rides with a lot of sunlight coming in, it can be very difficult to get your exposure correct without messing up the other settings. But the use of ND filters will then become very useful. Now here comes the features that I love the most on the DJI Osmo Action 3, and that is the magnetic quick release mouse. Now to me, this really changed the game of filming, because for us doing riding and doing filming at the same time, I can now operate this with one hand. So let me demonstrate to you how easy and how quick it is to change from one angle to another. From one angle, changing to the next. It's that simple. And it makes life so much easier as compared to the conventional type of mouse that uses a lock screw. So just to show you a demonstration, for me to change from one angle to another, I have to use the lock screw and slowly bolt it in and make sure that it is tight. And to change from one angle to another, I have to unscrew this. And I definitely cannot operate this with just one hand. There are 3 settings for the FOV of this camera. So basically, it comes with a standard DeWalt, a wide as well as the ultra wide FOV. Now for us, in our type of riding, we use most of the time standard DeWalt or the wide, and we hardly use the ultra wide angle because well, it is not so suitable for our type of ride, but maybe for mountain bikers who wants a more immersive effect in their footage, then they can use the ultra wide angle. As for the color profile, it comes with normal as well as a DC light 10 bits. Now, again, I have to draw reference to my previous camera, which is a GoPro Hero 8. It also comes with two different color profiles, which is the flat and the GoPro standard color profile, right? And in terms of the comparison, I find that when both are set to normal, I kind of like the normal setting on the DJI Action 3 more than the GoPro Hero 8, because I find that over here at the DJI Action 3, the normal color seems to be more natural and more comforting to look at. As for the GoPro Hero 8, it does look more vibrant and more contrasty. And now for this DJI Osmo Action 3, for the latest update, it comes with a DC Light 10-bit colors. And what that means is that it gives us a more dynamic range when it comes to color correction in the post-production phase. And we absolutely love that. Well, there are a few downsides in our testing with this DJI Action 3. And one of them is that we have heard quite a number of reviews over the internet about the focus issue. But for us personally, we didn't face any focus issue with this camera so far. But we do find that the image quality is a little bit softer than we would like it. So another issue is the low light performance. Now right now, we still struggle to get the correct setting or consistent image quality when we are shooting at low light setting. When the camera is placed at a fixed position, then I can still use those video footage under low light condition. But once I start to move with the camera, then the video quality just dropped very drastically and I struggle to find the correct setting. I mean, sometimes it works, sometimes it can't. So we are still trying to figure out. But as of now, I'm still having an issue with the low light performance of this action camera. However, this is not a problem that only occurs to the DJI Osmo Action 3. It is a problem faced by almost all the action cameras. Another downside of this camera is the audio quality. Now, it does come with 3 different mics, but in an indoor setting, it does work fine. But when we are out in the open and riding, it is very susceptible to wind noise. We have already identified some solutions to it. Some are more expensive, but we are trying to explore the more budget solutions and we'll find out whether they are useful in due time. But in fact, this is not a problem that happens just to the DJI Osmo Action 3, but it is a problem that occurs to almost all cameras. Okay, so what is the price of the DJI Osmo Action 3? For the standard combo, it costs 479 Singapore dollars. And for an adventure combo with the accessories that we have described in this video, it comes at a price of 679 Singapore dollars. Alright, so in conclusion, I think that the DJI Osmo Action 3 is one of the top of the line action camera in the industry right now. For the price that you're paying, you are getting a whole lot of values out of this. I mean, look at it. For the camera, it's good for people who loves editing. They give them a lot of freedom when it comes to post-production editing. And even for people who is not tech savvy like me, I don't have to struggle when it comes to using it. It's absolutely very user-friendly, and I can still get very high quality footage from the default settings that they have provided here. I strongly encourage you to go for the Adventure Kit because it comes with a whole lot of very useful accessories. And I mean, seriously, the price is still very competitive even if you look at the Adventure Kit. It's got 3 long-lasting batteries and 4K and no overheating issues, easy to use and all operated by a single hand. And I think the game changer is this magnetic quick release mount. So really changed how we actually film. And now this is really our default, our primary choice of action camera when we are doing our outdoor rides. We absolutely love it, and if you are interested to find out more about this, you can check out the description below on how to get this. We are still doing a lot of testing and we are still exploring this camera. And this will be just the first video. Maybe we'll be more contents on this as well. And if you have any question or you want to know anything more about this camera, do give us your comment in the box below. We'll try to answer to you as well. For things we don't know, we can also do it in our future tests. Okay, so hope you like today's content. Do give us a thumbs up if you find this useful. And I'll see you in the next video.